there's a camera. That must mean it's time to make a video. How's it going? You might be asking yourself, where the hell are you? And I will answer that question momentarily. First, I'm going to say, hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Bailey, also known as CringeMcCringle, and here's all of the socials and that stuff. Follow me right now. You better do it. Anyway, back to answering the first question of where the hell I'm at. I am actually at my mom's. Some family stuff came up, so I needed to make a review at some point, and this is like the only time that I have available this weekend, so you're gonna see this video and maybe one more in like the not usual area. In fact, there's probably gonna be a yellow background for most of this, but anyways, I'm still gonna make it as best as I can. But the good news is my collection is right over there. It's right over there. Come with me. Okay, you guys are coming with me, so that way we can go look at the collection. Come on, follow me. You're gonna come to my collection. Let's go. In you go. Ah, there's so much stuff. Alright, well now that you have seen the mess that is my collection room, I'm so sorry that you had to see that. There's a lot of stuff in there, so we're gonna move on and talk about more stuff that's gonna go in there. Today's video is going to be of one of the hottest releases of the year for Studio Series, and it's probably the #1 contender as of now for Figure of the Year for 2025. That's the year we're in. Today, it is time to talk about the Decepticon leader himself, Transformers Studio Series 86 Megatron. So let's start right out of the gate and say, hell fucking yeah! This is the Megatron that we have been waiting for 20 goddamn years. Ever since 2006 Classics line came out and we got ourselves a taste of a modern version of what a Megatron would be, we have been patiently waiting for an actually good version. We finally have something that is about as close to perfect as you can get. Now, what a journey it has been. First, there was Classics, then Henkei, Combiner Wars, Titans Return, Siege, Earthrise, the Dramatic Capture series, and now this, which I'm sure will be followed up eventually by something better, but for right now, this guy is perfect. So, let's go over why.
And the main reason that makes it so is because of this robot mode. I mean, come on guys, look at him. He popped right off the screen. The proportions, the colors, the detailing, it all looks exactly like the G1 animation model. My only dislike about this mode is the bluish gray color that the legs have, but taking a look at the Fleero Deary model, I can see why they made the choice. It's accurate. I guess that's just where I would differ on how I like Megatron to look. I like black legs on my Megatron. What can I say? Everything else, though, is stellar. That head sculpt is 10 out of 10, and Megatron looks thoroughly pissed about something Starscream said the other day. The black brows are perfect, the red eyes look menacing, and the white paint on the face is executed very well. I will say there is just some minor defects on this one, but if you look from afar, you can't really tell. The rest of the proportions, though, throughout the figure are also very good as well. Arms go down to just about the right length. His chest is chiseled and has all of these wonderful paint hits of red, blue, and yellow. And of course, he's Megatron, so he's got a massive fusion cannon, which looks awesome and doesn't seem too big like some of the other designs have been in the past. Moving further down, though, damn, this boy should be a swimsuit model. Look at those legs. I will say, it is accurate, though. And just one final thing to say about the robot mode detailing is that I'm glad we aren't so screen accurate obsessed that all of these panels are just flat like in the show. There's actual panel lines and surface detailing everywhere that help add to the look of the figure without making it look off or incorrect. And now, it's time for articulation. Head is on a ball joint that can look in all directions. Arms rotate 360 degrees. They go out as well. There is a bicep swivel, butterfly joint, an elbow bend, wrist rotation. There's a pointer finger and 3 other finger movement. He's got a waist rotation, legs go forward, back, and out, thigh swivel, knee bend, and ankle pivot. As you can see, articulation is phenomenal. He can pull off just about any sort of pose you want, whether it's walking, dynamically shooting his cannon, or just getting ready for a fight. He looks incredible no matter how many poses I put him into, even some of the more goofy ones. And if you want even more posing, he has some accessories that seriously should be standard for any Megatron figure. He comes with his purple sword that was used in the fight against Optimus and would ultimately be the death of Optimus Prime. I'm still sad about it. But he also comes with a miniature version of himself in gun mode. Now this right here is the true SS-86 Megatron. I don't care what anyone says. But let's move on to the other and slightly controversial alt mode of this figure via transformation. Transformation for this figure is wild. Clearly between that perfect robot mode and this transformation, that's why Megatron here is a leader class. My favorite aspect of the transformation has to be the legs. They unfold to make the entirety of the sides of the tank. I still am in awe as to how it's done, but man is it impressive. Everything else though is pretty straightforward and works about how I would expect it to. And here we have vehicle mode, which as you can see, isn't a gun. I know, there's a large portion of fans in the community that will be upset about this, and I understand why. Studio Series is meant for accuracy to the fullest, and by all means, this isn't accurate at all. But on the other hand, Hasbro was never going to make a gun Megatron, and they probably never will again. That's just the sad reality of today's world. But there's always hope of a Takara Japan only release. So, maybe. Anyway, moving on to more positive things, this tank mode is actually pretty good, all things considered. It is a gray brick, and that makes it just a little bit hard to review, but I'm gonna try my best at it. I like that Megatron's chest becomes the front of the tank, and therefore the Decepticon logo still remains at the center of both modes. Legs are an engineering marvel, as they are the whole side of this tank mode, as I stated earlier. The turret moves around, although not perfectly centered, which causes it to be a little derpy looking. Yeah, it doesn't. Anyway, back of the tank also doesn't look amazing due to the blue legs and the feet just kind of being back there. Molded in detailing is good though, with doors, rivets, and lights throughout the side of the tank. Another plus about this mode is that Megatron has wheels on the bottom, so that way he can roll around. Other than that though, there's not much to say about him except he's a big gray brick in this mode, and I've run out of talking points. So let's move on to my final thoughts.
Overall, this figure is one of the highlights of the year. And that's not an easy task, especially this year. This year has had a lot of stellar figures. We've had Megatronus, Prima, Age of Extinction Optimus, Silverbolt, Devastator. I'm sure there's another list of stuff that I'm forgetting. I'll put it there. There's been a lot of good stuff this year. This guy is easily close to the top, if not on top. He's posable, he's accurate, he's got some of the best engineering that we've had all year, and there's just so much more that I could go on and on and on and on. Now, sure, there are a few downsides to this guy. For example, the alt mode. It's not a gun, it's a tank, but that's just how Megatron is going to be forever from now on. So, I guess with that said, pick this guy up if you can. I'm sure he's going to be just absolutely he's going to be hard to find. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you see him, get him. I know $60 sucks for a leader class. I really do think that is absolutely outrageous, but it's the world we're living in. So if you want him, I suggest you get him. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to buy him before you. And with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Bye. Oh shit, I dropped him. I dropped him.